this scripture, like I say, it just came to me. And I prayed it over a couple of different situations, a couple of different people. And later, I was noticing I was really battling some stuff in my mind. And you could be tormented with thoughts and stuff. Now, I know people don't like to admit that, but that's every one of us. You may as well just get in the boat because you're already in the boat, whether you admit you're in the boat or not, but you're all in the boat. Everybody's in the boat. And after this went on for most of the day, I got this great revelation. The Lord was speaking to me. Don't listen to the voice of a stranger. He said, that's the voice of a stranger that's been speaking to you all day in your mind, in your thought process. That is the voice of a stranger. And I thought, oh my God, I could have had a V-8. That was Bonnie's. I did something similar to that. I mean, it was like, oh my God. And then I realized it, and I took authority over it. Okay, I'm gonna try to go slow today. Y'all gonna help me go slow? As long as you're drawing, I can go slow. If you ain't gonna draw, I'm gonna have to do it fast. I'm gonna so fast and get it in you before you run out. Okay, but John 10 and 4 and 5, it says when he has brought out all of his sheep, he walks ahead of them and they'll follow him, for they are familiar with his voice. His sheep, we're familiar with his voice. But they will run away from strangers and never follow them because they know it's the voice of a stranger. Now let me give you a little background. Jesus is always bringing in things from their time, and he's things that they can relate to. And he's talking about the voice of a stranger here. And what he's actually saying is, okay, when the sheep herders would go from town to town, I don't know if it was to sell their sheep or have them sheared or whatever, but when they were going from town to town, each town, they had a fenced off area for the sheep. And it was a big area, a huge area. And you might have 4 or 5 sheep herders. You could have more than that. And they're passing through the town, and they're, going to take care of their needs while they're in the town. And they put the sheep into this fenced-in area, the sheep gate, in there. And when they put the sheep in there, other sheep herders do the same thing. So you got 4 or 5 sheep herders, and all their sheep, they're not separated. They're all in there together. Now, you had people that were unscrupulous, and they're going to try to steal your sheep. And so, Jesus is relating here. Somebody might try to steal your sheep, but they're not going to know his voice. They don't know the voice of a stranger. They don't listen to the voice of a stranger. Okay, my dog Gracie, I've trained her. The only thing that I've actually trained her to do is she's a lab. She's about so big, and her and Abby and Charlie, we're animal lovers. That's our 3 animals, our 3 dogs. And Gracie can be in the back of our yard, and I can go, it's like lightning. She knows I'm fixing to open the door and let her back in, and she will come and she'll jump this. We got this little bitty fence. She'll jump this little bitty fence and make it straight to the door. Because all I did was, and she knows that sound. She's familiar with that sound. Well, just like this situation, the sheep knew the voice of their shepherd. So if a shepherd is given a strange sound, a thief or a robber, he's given a strange sound trying to call them out and steal those sheep, they don't recognize that. I ain't coming with you. I ain't getting out of this pen until I hear the sound that I'm supposed to be hearing. I ain't moving nowhere. You understand that?